Now, there's a theory, and if anything happens to me after I bring up this subject, you know what it is.
That's real.
That means playing with, okay, because I'm gonna expose, that means playing with your butt.
For most of us, the music industry is the greatest art on earth, but the things that go behind the scenes may truly shock even the most devoted fans. And while we can only guess what's actually happening in the show business while no one looks, some participants of these disturbing activities come forward with spilling beans and exposing the most powerful figures in the industry for seducing artists and forcing them to do you against their will.
They proposition you. They do things indirectly, like they might send a stylist at you.
Well, it's not a shock anymore when another victim of such an inappropriate behavior comes forward, and this time, we are going to hear from Clifford Joseph Harris Jr., better known by his stage name, T. He had enough of the atrocities that destroy souls and revealed how some young talents get subjected to different levels of debauchery in exchange of fame, and even mentioned that some of them are often forced to film very explicit content against their will. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. So you must have heard of some rather disturbing things that people do for fame and wealth, but somehow the truth has always remained in the shadow until this very moment when rapper T.I. openly talked how those moguls who own labels basically give young rappers an impossible ultimatum.
Like, I had like 2 record deals, right? And
They wanted your butt?
yeah.
It should come as no surprise that some billionaires in the music industry have been accused of pillaging new talents, and all collaborations and agreements basically turns into an intimate slavery, and guess whose name surfaced again amidst all these allegations? Well, the talk about Diddy's shenanigans is no secret to anyone in the show business, but somehow there aren't still many people wishing to directly accuse him of anything cringy or illegal. And while Diddy is still considered one of the most influential music producers in the world, it seems like he's not actually looking for talents in music and ask his potential artists to demonstrate other kinds of skills, and guys, some of them are truly disgusting to even mention.
They'll have you out and about because they trying to drug you. So you be in a studio session late at night.
So what T.I. was trying to say is that not everyone who wants to make it big in the show business gets an offer to go through some initiation rituals. And don't get me wrong here, I guess it's kind of funny and even nice to have some rituals. But when it comes to some inappropriate things and people are basically forced or even drugged to participate in something they don't want, it's completely another level.
I invite you to a party and there's no bitches there. It's a sausage party. Wait, hold on, I'm out. This ain't, you know what I mean? So a lot of...
Well, it's another of entertainment industry, and so far, we mostly hear about some inappropriate behavior when it comes to mistreating young women, like many actresses that come forward to accuse producers and movie directors in making a pass at them. And even worse, more disturbing stories about the powerful in the industry exploiting and forcing underage also come to the light. However, no one seems to bother about the hip-hop community and think about male artists who are being exploited and intimidated by music moguls like Diddy. But according to T.I., Diddy's reign is over, and it's time for everyone to learn his dark side. There have been many similar incidents and stories about Diddy in the social media, but so far, no one came as close as to directly accuse the music producer and forcing them into performing unwanted acts.
I just want to be single, and I just want to have different experiences, and I want to take my time with my love life.
Well, I wouldn't be asking any questions about Diddy's love life because it's his business. But when it comes to some disturbing allegations, it's just hard to stand aside and watch other young artists being forced to perform inexplicable things that they had never wanted to be a part of. However, as everyone in the show business knows, when you have a chance to work with Diddy, you have to grab this opportunity no matter what. And apparently, the infamous producer is using his position since the start of his label, and these are not some baseless talk, guys. The late rapper DMX publicly exposed Diddy for his questionable behavior and mistreatment of his artists. DMX himself tragically passed away in April of 2021 at the age of 50, and it happened shortly after suffering a heart attack. But before passing away, DMX was able to leave the message to the world about Diddy's inexplicable ways, and he revealed a huge secret of how the music mogul used to mistreat his artists and make quite disturbing offers to the artists he was planning to sign.
At least he told me to my face what he felt.
DMX recalled his own experience of attempting to work with Diddy, but as it turned out, the music mogul didn't, to consider the now deceased rapper being marketable or profitable. Some people are now speculating if it was actually the cause of Diddy's rejection because during his prime in the late 1990s and early 2000s, DMX was one of the most popular and successful rappers in the world. And there's no chance that Diddy wanted to let such a talent work with someone else. And probably Diddy even came back with a good proposition. After all, but DMX already got suspicious of the way the music producer was doing things, so he refused.
He's like, yo, I'll lace your pockets. I'll double what they gave you and lace your pockets. I'm like, nah, I'm cool.
The rumors about Diddy intimate adventures are not something new. However, it's been largely speculated that the infamous producer doesn't bother to get the consent of the artists he works with. And apparently, he believes that the moment they sign a contract with Diddy the Devil, he basically owns them. While not so many people are brave enough to start talking about their experience with Diddy, T.I. thinks it's time to come forward, and considering the crowd of mistreated and used men together, they can change the rules of the game in the show business.
And they in the studio all woozy. I'm out. I don't know what happened to that person after, but that shit didn't.
While Diddy is certainly a strange man indeed, and the things he says and does are not always habitual, it seems like his favorite activity is to lure young men into a trap and force them to serve him in different ways. Well, you know what I mean? At least, fans believe that this theory explains why some artists make it in the show business, while others, with the same level of talent and skills, are not able to turn into real stars. As one person commented, this is why some people make it and others don't, because some people won't do these things no matter what. And another user added, I hope at least some of the facts come out soon. So many people deserve justice. And guys, we already have enough facts, statements, and witnesses to believe that Diddy's shenanigans are happening quite often in his office, car, house, and even in multiple clubs where the music mogul goes to party. And let's not mention anything about Diddy's grooming usher or Justin Bieber. I already made a couple of videos about that. And as the infamous producer stated in one of his interviews, there's no escape for anyone if he likes a person, and he can be quite a generous daddy for his submissive toys.
And if I like you, I'm going to treat you the best. I ain't got no time to be cheap, baby. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no time to play.
While Diddy again and again tries to show everyone the level of his wealth and permissiveness, he doesn't go into details of his intimate life. And as T.I. believes the music producer keeps a low profile for a reason, it's been already discussed if Diddy hires famous and gorgeous women to be his beard wives and become a facade for his real actions. As T.I. said, the music industry is so far from its initial state when it was all about pure talent and hard work. And now it's Diddy who decides which artists to make famous, and his judgment is clouded by his unsaturated desires.
Told you, the devil's job is to take as many souls as possible. The music industry is satanic. When I say it's still the same gatekeepers,
T.I. is confident that the things in the show business is now at their lowest point, with many people knowing what's going on and others still making fun. According to him, Diddy has to be stopped for the sake of many young talents who may fall into his trap and become new victims of his intimate desires.
So look, let me be clear, right? Nah, because it's not even funny. I'm keeping it real, right? It's not even funny now.
It's most certainly not funny for many artists who have suffered from the music mogul's devilish desires and demands. And if more celebs don't come forward to shed more light, apparently, we will never know the truth. Fans all over the world have heard the stories of Diddy's shenanigans, and some of them even seem to believe things are a lot worse in reality. And what T.I. saying it's just a tip of an iceberg. As one person commented, Diddy is in the closet and he needs to come on out because it seems like a lot of rappers has something to say about Diddy. And another user added, it's not about whether he is closeted or not. Coming out is not the issue. It's his actions on underage and legal age guys to do inappropriate acts in order for them to get deals and to be successful and famous. Let's hope that others will follow T.I.'s example and be the same vocal about Diddy's wrongdoing, because having a criminal walking among us feels kind of disturbing. And what do you reckon? Is Diddy finally going down after T.I. revelations? And will more male rappers share the inconvenient truth about the music mogul in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to know what you're thinking. And in the meantime, check my other videos about celebrities exposing Diddy. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and I promise to be back very soon